Hey there everyone, Round the Wheel, now serving episode 38 of DoveLems. We are inching ever closer to the finish line as we make our way today to, I think, not the plane levels. We're on 27, the spring, to be followed... Whoa! Wow, okay, this is already a neat looking level. 6 minutes, oh shit. This could take up a huge chunk of our day. Yes, we are inching ever closer to that mythical mark of beating the Maso levels, and I think... Geez, at this rate, we're probably going to knock out maybe 2 levels. Why would I need 6 minutes to beat a level? Unless I'm going to use nearly all of them. What's up here right now? Okay. Okay, so they're gonna... Oh, they're all safe for now. That's good to know. Let's see. And I have to save 100%. Am I going to have... Okay, no, I'm not going to have to do any crazy mining. I thought maybe bump, 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 and then they go up there. But there's no way I'm going to have to, like, mine down the stairs and then do that whole stupid Z for Zimming things again, so thank God for that. What have I got on hand? Am I going to have to use this segment over here somehow? Can they walk up through that? That looks like something they can maybe walk up through. Let me see the deal there. Wow, they come out pretty fast, though. Man, this is going to take some... This is going to take some thought now. Okay, yeah. Usually it works to reverse engineer from the beginning. Yeah, they walk up through that. Sure enough, they do. So let's go ahead and restart real quick. Yeah, okay, now for realsies. Let's kind of reverse engineer from the back here. Because we know we're going to have to... There's that torch thing going on again. That looks really cool whenever he does the torches upside down. I like that. But let's kind of reverse engineer from the back here. We know we're going to need at least 1, 2... 3, maybe 4, 5 builders. We have 9 builders, and we're gonna need at least... Okay, these are just barely tiny, imperceptible cracks that if I get up really close... Okay, I wonder if they can just walk up into them. But I am not completely 100% sure. What happens? What happens now? Can't very well get them to go around this way because there's nothing doing right here. So I'm gonna have to go up through this somehow. Any way to... Let's see. Can I make them go up and then down? And then, okay, I have 4 diggers, 6 bashers. So I have a feeling that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's what I'm feeling about that. And then maybe 1 builder to get out of here, then 1, 2, 3 for them. For the rest of the guys that hang out back here anyway. Yeah, I can see myself maybe going through and... Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna try something so far. Let's just send a few guys out. Let's go ahead and, send out our 5 climbers, why don't we? Because we're going to need to block, 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 block. That's for sure. Alright, and I'm going to block probably in a place so that... Okay, can they go up? Okay, they do go up the stairs. The gap was just kind of in my brain, so... Alright, this seems to be the way it works out so far. And I have a feeling we're just going to go down through the... Like, we're going to get him to come back somehow. Let's see... Ooh, getting him to come back might prove tricky. But I think he can... I think he can stall long enough that it's not too much of a problem. So... yeah, let's go ahead and just have him build 2 out. Okay, well... Oh, jeez. If I'm going to be having trouble with this, I'm going to get pissed off right quick. What I want to do is have him build and hit... And then maybe come back and bash through here. Bash. Do some digging. Well, he can bash to the end so that he hits to the right. Do some digging. Bash again. Bash. 1, 2. Blah, blah, blah. Dig. And then... Bash 3, 4... And then how do I get the rest of them out of there? That's kind of a sticky 3. Boy, this is really tough. I might have to do some logistical sorting out here. But yeah, let me get him in place. It might be easier to do once I actually get it rolling. Okay, yeah, he's going to hit the wall now. Okay, yeah, that's perfect. That's exactly what I wanted to happen. So now I want to bash through this wall. I think he can pull that off. Yes, okay, yeah, he can do that. So I'm going to wait until he gets all the way... Whoa. Getting a little close for comfort there, buddy. Oh, yeah, you're way too close for me. Okay, so just don't go up into the stuff after you hit the steel. That's what I was afraid of. Maybe I need to... Okay, yeah. 1, 2. That's 1 basher, and then 2, 3. And then he goes up, and then that's 4, 5, 6. Well, I need him to at least... I probably should have gone a little lower there, actually. So that way he could just climb up and then not hit that thing. Okay, that's better. That gives him a little space so that he won't hit those things. Now, if he still dies, I'm going to be fairly pissed, but I think now he'll hit and he'll bump and he won't... Okay, yes, that's good. Okay, so now he can start... Okay, yeah, now he can start going this way. And he can free one guy now who will go ahead to the exit and do all that building. Oh, this is going to take some multitasking, though, so... Okay, let's see. I think I might have gone a little too high there. But maybe not. Okay. Okay, yeah, that's exactly what I did not want you to do, sir. Yeah, okay. That's my fault for going too high, though. If I can still go low enough, though, that he gets under him, but he still stops before he demolishes this bridge, I think that's what I need to try to go for. Alright, yeah, this time he cut under him, and now he's doing... Yeah, exactly what I wanted him to do. So that's fantastic. Okay, so he's going to go on and he's going to do his thing now toward the exit. And I'm just going to have him build that way. And this guy now is going to... What is he going to do? Let's see. So now I have 6 builders left. That's the 6th one. 5, 4, 5, 4, 3. Wait. 5, 4. 5, 4. Okay. And then, basically, 1. I think they can get over that with 1 builder. It'll just take some real strategery. And then 3, 2, 1. I think that's how the progression of builders is gonna go. Now I just need to see if I'm doing the digging right, which I severely hope to God I am. So. Because that looks like the way out to me. Doesn't seem like it could get much more obvious than that. It really helps to reverse engineer from the back, from the exit sometimes. So I'm going to go ahead and bash with this guy. Okay, when to start though? Okay, I don't know when to really... Okay, I'm going to have him go ahead... Oh gosh, they're both heading toward their destinations at the same time. And we'll just go ahead and have him finish. Okay, so now he's going to go underneath him. Okay, that hopefully is the way this works. Okay, I think this will actually kind of work out kink-wise. Okay, one guy can now go... Okay, no, now one guy's got to build to the exit. I think I did this wrong-ish. Maybe not. Maybe not, though. But now I just have fewer builders to make it to the exit with. And that's worrisome. But I'm going to go ahead and do it anyway with him. So, actually, I need to get him digging now. And I'm just going to go ahead and make a builder to the exit. That may prove problematic, but I'm going to try it anyway. And I think I dug too soon right there. Because now, if I have to backtrack that way, it's going to make for splat height. So I didn't want to dig exactly on. That also is going to be something of a problem. So now... Okay, yeah, now go under. We'll just get guys to the exit. We'll get as many guys to the exit as we can. And I'm not going to worry about it, really. Okay, good. He cut under him. And now we're going to go in such a way... What are you doing? You crazy villain man. Okay, and now... Okay. What is... Yeah, see, now he's gonna go kersplat. That was a big problem. Yeah, that was exactly what I thought would happen. So that was very unfortunate, but I want to kind of work it out so far. See, now he's going to the right. Now he's going to the right. I should have let him come up, cut through that thing, and okay. There's a lot of coulda, woulda, shoulda in this level, actually. It's kind of... It can be kind of aggravating at times, but we will figure it out eventually. This is definitely not the way so far, but I am getting much closer, I think. See, because now he's going to bash his way out. Well, yeah, it's good to know that I have enough bashers for everything, though. Alright, here's roughly where we want to go from now, though. Although I'm thinking maybe also now this is wrong as well, because building is going to prove tricky if I have to go one over that little pot. And then the rest of them are going to have to do that too. So I think we're going to have to build a way out of here for the rest of them too, which is going to prove doubly problematic. Yeah, if they go out this way and then up. Yeah, that's going to be kind of tricky, especially if as I think is correct, my way of digging is going to have to be reversed, so that we go down this way, and then we dig next to the wall so that there's no wall here, so that somebody can build up to this, and then they can build up to that, so they don't get caught in this whole little shebang. So yes, this one is, oh my gosh, all kinds of tricky. I think I know where I'm going to start that little bridge from, though. First of all, let's let him turn around this time, because he needs to dig now. Yes. Okay, no, I didn't want him to do that, but... Okay, yeah, I didn't want him to do that. I needed to concentrate on him a little harder, actually. Let's see what he does, though, first. I think he's going to fall in the hole and then climb out, and that's going to be fine by me. Actually, he's going to start bashing before he gets through. Yeah, that's going to be a problem. That's going to be a problem, sir. Okay, but let's see now. We have no bashers left, which is, yeah, kind of my problem here. Kind of my central problem here. I only have 3 builders left, actually, which I think kind of proves that, yeah, what I need to do is, in fact, what needed to be done. So, yeah, let's see. They'll crawl up through there. One guy will crawl up through there. Yeah, I think what I wanted to do is have one of them fall out through here, and he would fall onto there, and then I have him... Actually, he'd probably die because he'd go bonk, 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 and then he'd climb up out through here. So, what I would need to do is somehow save him, and then get him up through there, and they'd have to somehow... Oh my god! Oh man, this is frustrating. But let me see how this works out kind of in a logistical sense, because this isn't going to be our ultimate solution either. And neither is this, because now they're going to fall through here, they're going to get stuck in a little loop. So can he kind of... Well, no, our walkers won't be able to handle that, so he'll need to build from here on out. And then he'll need to build through here, which gives us only one... Oh, something has gone badly wrong here. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is just... that was also... very badly wrong, because I didn't want him to hit his head. Jeez, but now all of the climbers can get to the exit at least, but that doesn't come close to saving the 100% that we need. So now we have to solve the conundrum of how to... I think we've pretty much got this down. Now we need to solve the conundrum of getting these guys out of here. First of all, I want to see if it's even possible to do it the way that I'm thinking of doing it. So this is largely going to be a garbage take. So... when to make him dig? Probably, not just then. That was probably not the best move in the world. Let's go ahead and bash at the bottom though. Let's speed it up, because I want to see how, if this is even possible in like 1 or 2 bridges. Let's just go ahead and have him bash out towards the wee bottom. Okay, yeah, that'll work. And then I gotta turn him around. He's somewhere in the middle of that pack, so it's just going to be best to turn him around probably right about here or so. Yeah, that works perfectly. So, again, this is probably not... I'm just testing things right now, so this is just me in test mode. But it's important to see this, I think. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to, boom, hit it right there. I don't think that's going... No, that's not going to be possible. That is not going to be possible. He's going to hit his head. But if I had dug closer to the edge there, there would be this part missing, and then maybe he'd hit on that. But it's really hard to tell because there's no way to get in, like, underneath and around these things. So it's really hard to get in a nice, good dig right there. But I'm going to have to. I got to see if this works. Okay. Yeah, let's just go ahead and have you hit right there, and then you go, and then... Alright, let's see if it's even possible to hug this wall at all. No. Okay, he's sort of going the way I want him to go. Yeah, now he's digging away. Well, no, that's not going to be possible. Because it's just not. Yeah, well... Okay, yeah, because let's just... Wow, that was... Oh, that was just digging. That was stupid. Okay, let's just have him turn around as per the usual. And then... Is it possible to get up here in one bridge? That's like the $64,000 question right there. Is that possible? But I'm starting to think that it's not possible to get up against this and eliminate this wall without just a heap of effort. So I don't think that's really going to work out in anyone's favor here. So let's go ahead and just have him... Let's have him try it for shits and giggles. Actually, I still don't think he's going to make that. That's not going to touch properly. Yeah, he's still going to hit. So this is entirely not possible. So it's back to the daggone drawing board. Okay. Alright. We'll solve this. It's okay. Solve it. This is pretty much right, I think. What I'm having problems with is getting it all to sort out at the end. So that they all are just like, you know? Like, you know what I'm talking about. Actually, I'm thinking it might be possible now to use this nook right here. If I can build up past these things. Maybe use 2 bridges and get past that. But then the trick is getting a clean bash through all of these. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then they use the 6th one to get out of there and walk up and past that. Because there's no way they can get out of this now. We have conclusively, empirically proven that there's no way out of this. So we might have to use this structure over here. I thought this was just window dressing. It might actually end up being useful. But I want to do this cleanly. And I want to do this with as little turning around as possible. So I'm going to actually have him... I think I'm going to have him dig from, like, right here. Close enough so that he doesn't, like, hit the steel or anything. But I think I'm going to have to make some steps for my climbers as well. So let's see what happens with all that. Yeah, so if I can bash cleanly through here... Get him down, 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 down. That might not have been enough down, actually. I wanted to get one more little space down because I don't want him turning around. But actually, I made my blockers pretty comfy, so that might actually work out to my advantage in the end. Let's see how this... Okay, they're both going toward the exit. But I want one of them to help save the day now, so I'm going to have them turn... I'm going to have them each... I think they can both afford to turn around, actually. Instead of building to the exit, yeah, I'm gonna get a little closer in there. I'm gonna start having them build toward that. Okay, yeah, wow, that's pretty much what I wanted to do. That was very close to not working. Okay, yeah, this This still gets everybody to the exit. Okay, so first of all, let's go this way with this. And then get a nook going up here. Okay. That, so far, pretty much works. Alright, so now, one of you guys is going to start going this way with it. Hopefully he doesn't get burnt up in the thing. Now, this is tricky right here. Now I have to bash through this, and it has to be a clean bash so that he doesn't end up, so that he leaves a little space down here, but doesn't end up walking up into the, because it can still happen even if there's a space here. I've been doing some work on the side here, just some little test stuff off camera. And it is still entirely possible for him to finish his bashing. And then, okay, yeah, so he is good to go. Alright, yeah, they can go up and around and past that. And now I'm worried about him is the only thing. See, yeah, see, you can make a clean getaway and still... So maybe I need to bash from slightly lower, slightly higher. Definitely not slightly higher, because that's only one. Okay, and this gives me the ability to do this so that they can all go up and get to safety. That leaves one builder. Oddly enough. Maybe I needed to save him. But the rest of the guys, this is a pretty good path right here. Okay, this is a much better path than the one I had before, I think. If only I can now get... Oh, hey, hello. Oh, yeah, one builder left because right here. Hello. But, okay, yeah, that works out, though. Because I think I can get this done so that the climbers can sort of make their way out, too. But I already had a guy burn up. That just burns me up right there. That shouldn't be possible. That's just dumb right there, I think. Okay, there's a bit of a thicker line here now. I think that might work for our digging purposes. Okay, yes, that works for digging purposes. Okay, so now I can get it going this way. That's very good. Okay, and now we're going to get concentrated on him. You build from about here, I think, should work. And now we're going to start getting more guys headed toward the exit. Alright, I think that ought to be enough distance for you there. Alright, and now you're going to go... Boom! Alright, so what order do we go in now? That is the question. I should have waited on this, because now I have to go up this way. And actually, I think I should have dug at the, or started building at this little spot so he wouldn't, well, they need to be able to climb out of it, but how do they get back into the left now? I'm doing things in sort of wrong-ish order, I think. Maybe I need to free this guy first? Oh, this is a funny little pattern right here, and by funny, I mean not hilarious at all. Just like they taught you in math class, it's all about order of operations, and I think actually the correct order is going to be to get him moving pretty soon. Alright, we need to make a little step for them so that they can get up at the end. And I think now I need to start on this pathway right here. So let's see what happens when I do that. And they need to be able to climb up out of it, so I was in the right spot, so... Yeah, this is more or less correct right here. So, now, who gets to play the bashing game right here? And who gets to do this? Is the big million-dollar question. So, alright, that's at least one thing correctly done in order now. Now, what's up? Who... Okay, you're getting freed. Do I want him to build, or do I want him to... I want him to, I think I want him to build out. Okay, yeah, because he's going to go on now, and he's going to... Okay, yeah, there's not going to be any splatting in the near future, I don't think, for him, so... Alright, everybody is working out. Work out now! Everything is going pretty swimmingly so far. So now we have at least one guy, I think, going to make it to the exit. Alright, and that makes it... Okay, he's going to be our turnaround guy now. So this one needs to build this thing, and this one needs to bash over here. Okay. Alright, I think that works. So now you just need to go from about right hereabouts, I think. Please turn around. Okay, thank you. I was really worried there for a second. Alright, that's all our builders use. Now we have the unenviable task of getting the rest of the... Okay, that's good. That's good right there. Okay. Yeah, that's a perfect bridge for them to get out of. And I still have 4 bashers left, which makes 1. And I have 2 diggers left, 2. And I need to make a step also right there. So I need to start digging. Okay, I need to do the really early bash thing again. That's gonna... Okay, is this big enough? Okay, yeah, that's perfect. That's perfect. Okay. So now, let's just work it out as it goes. Actually, I think I can go ahead and let them out now. So they'll just walk to the exit. So that's great for them. Okay, they have... Yeah, they have pretty much a complete path to the exit at this point. So now I only need to worry about my remaining blockers. So, this is going to be tough right here. Okay, yeah, but not that tough. Okay, good. So now I start in from here. Oh man, my heart is like jumping and skipping beats. So that's kind of the sign that I think we've made it okay. So now what? Now we bash through here. And then somebody goes probably to the left. Okay, ta-da! Yes! Okay, so now he's going to go to the exit. And now I'm going to have him dig, like right here, and bash underneath him. So that's going to... Okay. Alright, yes. I think we've got it. I think that worked out in the end. And I think that's going to be the only level we do for today, because that one took a long time in raw video terms. But I think they'll all make it safely from here. As long as I get this bash right. And I think I did. Yeah, I got that pretty much bang on. So now they're going to walk up and out, and up and up and up and up. And yes! Victory is achieved. Okay, he's going to climb up there. Oh, I didn't realize he was going to go left. But, you know what? It's not so much of a problem because he can go up there and he's going to hit on that little nook, whatever it is. I'm very glad it's there. And et voila. Ho ho ho. Wow. Oh dear God, that was a hard one to solve. That one took several hours actually to kind of work out all the kinks. If I had not started in the morning, that would have been another one of those like Z for Zimmings that took probably a full 2 days to have done. That took up a pretty substantial chunk of my day there actually. So glad we got it out of the way. And that is going to do it for today. Just one level, I think. One level is all we really need to do today. But next time, we're going to be on level 28, which is another one that I know is pretty awesome. Not necessarily a hard one. People accuse me of overhyping level 24. But, you know, everybody has different experiences. Everybody is affected by a different thing in a different way. And I thought 24 was fucking awesome, and I stand by that. So, I think 28 is one of those similarly awesome levels. Not difficult, but definitely clever in its execution. So that's one we're going to be doing not blind. So hopefully it'll be quick, and hopefully that means we can finish up the Maso levels tomorrow. I don't know about fitting in 3 levels, but I would definitely like to finish them up probably. So we're probably going to finish Maso no matter what the case, and then we will move on to the bonus levels, and then we'll be more or less done with DoveLems. So as we inch toward that goal, one level at a time, there is a finish line in sight. There is a light at the end of the tunnel. And I'm pumped about it. I hope you're pumped about it too. I see you guys next time. Okay? I raise the sun like a morning.